stereotype I hate, though, in your character did not, but all movies, the journalists sleep with their sources. And I'm like, listen.
Oh, interesting. Well, that would be difficult in this situation.
Yeah, it would.
We'd have like a weird interspecies thing happening.
Yeah,
Don't know if people are ready.
No, I don't think they are either. I asked Will in the other room if Vern or Michelangelo would be the better date, since they're both.
Definitely Michelangelo. Without a doubt. It's not even a question.
Why? Because his sense of humor is better?
Because he's funny, doesn't take himself too seriously. Vern's too, like, trying to be a cool guy, disingenuous, wants to take her to a fancy restaurant. That's not what Mikey would do. Mikey would put me on his back. We'd go skateboarding, sit under the bridge, eat some pizza, listen to music. Get it, brah?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Of course, Will said, himself, or Vern.
Of course.
Because he's the man, not the turtle.
He was wrong.
That's fine. Did you get to do any of that, like, riding on the turtle's back? I don't know if we saw... I mean, I saw plenty of the stunts, but did that happen?
You mean in real life?
Not in real life. Well, just while you were filming, some of the action that got cut out.
Well, because you mean with the actual actors that were playing the turtles?
Yes.
Yeah, there's that scene where Mikey's holding me and we're riding through the sewer. I mean, that's the closest thing we got to riding on a turtle's back. And then there are a few times where Raph had to sort of throw me over his shoulder and he carried me around. Don't know if that made it into the movie, can't remember. And the same thing with Leo. He had to hold me and run me through a room full of gunfire, but I also don't think that made it into the movie.
That's right.
But we did it a few times.
Nice. You've done some big enough movies where there are surreal experiences in them. Was there a particular moment in this one where you're just kind of like, I can't believe I'm standing around in the water with these dudes with dots in their faces?
Well, I mean, that's always weird, but then there was this day that I've talked about where we were filming outside and we were using a lot of fake snow because the real snow had long dried up. It was the middle of the summer, and it was so hot that the snow was catching on fire. And we were out there, like, doing stunts and dodging bullets. And as much as I wanted to complain, I couldn't, and I would never dare because we had all these guys that were playing foot soldiers that were wrapped like mummies, head to toe in full black, doing stunts all day. And there was fire on the ground because it was so hot. So that was intense and weird and, like, really crazy things we all have to do for our job.
How many would you like to do? How many are you signed up for?
How many am I signed up for is a good question. Probably 100 because I would sign any contract to be a part of the movie. But I don't know. Right now there's no real plan for a second one. I think we'll know very soon, though. And I'll definitely do it if they will have me because this turned out really well, way better than I could have ever hoped.
That's awesome. And last question, what's the status of Fathom?
I mean, who knows? That's a property that I got my hands on, thank God, because I was a fan of the comic books and I loved Michael Turner. Bless him, he's passed on now. But I don't know. I mean, I was joking the other day because I forget how old she is, but she's mid-20s and I'm passing that soon, so we gotta jump on that horse quickly if we're gonna do it. Logistically, it's just difficult because a lot of that takes place underwater. So unless James Cameron is gonna direct it, I don't know how we're gonna make it happen.
I think you could persuade him to do it.
I doubt it, but I'll try. I'll start tweeting at him.